Good evening, all. Welcome to our daily answer writing program. Today's question is: do you think India will meet a 50% of its energy needs from renewable energy by 2030? Here, they have specifically mentioned our target of 2030. Okay, so till 2030, will we meet a 50% of its energy needs from renewable energy? Justify your answer, right? So in this question, if we consider the locus is about renewable energy, focus is about our target till 2030 achieving 50% of the energy from renewable resources, right? It is a very plain and simple question. Here we have to write some data about this particular topic. Okay, how we are going to achieve this 50% of target, right? So when we go towards answer here, plain and simple data. First thing is introduction. In introduction, as we discussed earlier, we have to write some present context, right? In this particular question, the present context is to combat climate change. India has set an ambitious target of reaching around zero emission levels by 2070. But question is discussing about 2030. Okay, India also proposed a 5-point strategy, okay, which includes meeting of 50% of its targets, 50% of its yearly energy demand, which is around 500 gigawatts from renewable sources by 2030. Even though we are going to achieve the net zero emission by 2070, to achieve that we have to focus on our midterm or short-term targets, which focuses on achieving 50% of total energy needs from renewable energy, right? So this is our present context, and how we are going to achieve that, how we are going to justify this particular strategy. We have to give examples here. We have to give certain data, right, that government is proposing, that we are implementing to achieve this specific target. Okay, when we move towards body of this particular question, existing installed capacity, we have to discuss about existing installed capacity. India already has a significant installed capacity of renewable sources around 150 gigawatts. Okay, here we are going to achieve how much? 500. But out of this 500, we have already achieved around 150 gigawatts, right? And this 150 gigawatts as of August 2022, this includes various renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and large hydropower. So we are moving in the right direction. We are moving towards 500 gigawatt capacity, and out of which we have already achieved around 150 gigawatts in this present year, in 2020, okay, last year, right? So first thing, we have to focus on existing installed capacity. Next, when we move towards another point, approved solar parks. Solar park is a major strategy to achieve this renewable source, because if you consider the climate of India, if we consider position of India on Earth's surface, we can say that India comes under a tropical type of climate, where energy of solar energy is in what we say we have a lot of solar energy compared to other countries. Okay, so a strategy should focus on solar energy, harvesting that solar energy, and we are going to do that through these solar parks, right? The approval of 59 solar parks with a total capacity of around 40 gigawatts demonstrate the country's commitment to expanding its renewable energy infrastructures, right? So right now, target of our solar energy is around 40 gigawatts, and we are committing towards this cause, right? In future, let's say around 2030, we are going to improve. We are going to produce more and more amount of solar energy, right? For that purpose, we are already approved around 59 solar parks in India. Okay, and the number of these solar parks will go on increasing in next few years. So this shows our commitment towards achieving that 50% target of renewable energy. right? So we are committing to this particular cause and we are going to achieve this. Okay. Next, when we move to our next point, next point focuses on sovereign green bonds. Okay. This particular part comes under financing of renewable energy. Renewable energy requires a lot of financing. It requires a lot of economic resources. Country is a developing economy. India is a developing economy. Same time, technological progress in India is not to the par with Western countries. Okay, so this particular issue is important from India's perspective. So here we are going to address that financing issue through these sovereign green bonds, right? Issuing these sovereign green bonds will ensure a steady flow of finances to renewable energy. Okay. The introduction of sovereign green bonds for public sector project facilitates investment in renewable energy and supports the development of necessary infrastructure. Okay, we are going to do this, and after doing it, we are going to achieve our 50% target. Okay, so this also shows our commitment towards renewable energy. Next point is progress in zero carbon generation. Okay, we are progressing in this zero carbon generation. We are going to address this issue in 2070, but we have to work on that front, right? So India is working on that front. India has made a significant progress in zero carbon generation with 165 gigawatt of capacity already installed as of 2021, right? Then moving towards next point, reduce reliance on coal. If we consider the case of coal, today around 60% of total electricity production in India in present context came from these thermal power plants, right? By burning this particular coal. Okay, and if we are going to achieve this net neutral carbon status, right, we have to work on the front of this coal. We have to reduce our reliance on the coal. Okay. Those central electricity authority projects a decline in share of coal in India's installed capacity from 53% in 2021 to 33% in 2030, right? And from this 33%, we are going towards 0%. So there are certain projections, right? And these projections help to ensure our commitment towards reducing the dependence on non-renewable sources. It will also justify our commitment towards renewable sources. Okay, be specific in this point. Be specific about that particular fact. These facts will value add your overall answer, right? And you are going to get very good marks in such type of questions. These are plain and simple questions. You have to write factual data. When they are saying that justify something, we have to justify with help of these examples. Okay. Then wind power capacity. India possesses the fourth largest installed wind power capacity globally, indicating a country's potential to harness wind energy for meeting renewable energy goals. Right? We are focusing on solar energy as well as our wind energy. Right? After that, when we come towards conclusion, plain and simple conclusion, while India's progress toward meeting its renewable energy target is promising, achieving these objectives will require continued commitment, policy support, technological advancements, as well as investment in renewable energy infrastructures. Even though we are going to achieve this said target, let's say 50% renewable energy in 2030, but we have to work on different fronts. The first front is continued commitment, right? Government should ensure this continued commitment. Second thing, government should ensure the policy support towards this continued commitment. And third thing, we have to focus on technological advancements as well, right? Because we lack that technological progress in present context, right? We depend on China. Let's say we depend on China for our solar energy, right? We depend on, let's say, European countries for our wind energy. and this dependent will not ensure our achieving or this dependent will not ensure achieving this target. We have to domestically produce, we have to domestically do some research in this particular sector, right? So in conclusion, try to write down these issues that we are going to address in coming future. Okay, in this way we have concluded our question. I think it will clear all your doubts on this good note. Thank you.